he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is buzzing after reports surfaced about Manny Pacquiao's recent sparring session ahead of his clash with Mario Barrios. While his sparring partner confirmed the session took place, he refused to offer any real details. When asked if he had knocked Pacquiao down, he just laughed, giving no straight answer. That cryptic response has fueled speculation about Manny's true condition. Is he hiding something? Or is he planning to shock everyone in the ring?
So now you're a big deal. And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh, man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia isn't holding back. He's deeply skeptical about Pacquiao's return at age 46. Garcia argues that stepping back into the ring after all these years is simply a bad idea. Modern boxing is relentless, and Manny is no longer the fighter who once dominated with speed and angles. While Garcia respects Manny's incredible accomplishments, he insists that time is undefeated, and this comeback might prove exactly that.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's is a legend. He's a legend. He's man, everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, things that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him and not wish him well. But I got 36. It's too hard.
46, yeah. 46.
Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter. Even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's done. It's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. Leonard came back. Also and did it after a long retirement. So, is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening.
Many sports analysts are cautious. They aren't questioning Pacquiao's legendary past, but they are unsure about his present. Still, they acknowledge this isn't a decision Manny made lightly. Returning at this stage requires immense courage and conviction. His legacy is secure, but his heart still wants more. If he's conditioned right and finds his rhythm in the fight, some believe an upset win isn't impossible.
Everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so. And we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles, huh?
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. I think Barrios sucks. So I think
Mario Barrios isn't buying into the legend. He's studied Pacquiao's training footage closely and says it's clear the speed, sharpness, and stamina are no longer there. Barrios made it clear he respects what Manny has done in the past, But he's not fighting the Pacquiao of a decade ago. He plans to make a statement by beating a legend and stepping into the spotlight.
To get in this camp.
So yeah, then well, I guess I'll put it this way: like, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it like, well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the like best way, right? Because I mean, again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can, but still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of like Manny that I can. I'm not going in there like expecting to be like facing an old man. So yeah, I'm expecting him to be fast, to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Like, do you guys feel that?
I feel that I have confidence, and the longer the fight goes, right? It's I mean it's my job to go in there and yeah, like make him feel like the old man, make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, like make him regret coming out of retirement, to face me, but make him question it, right? Why did I come back for this?
A panel of 11 analysts echoed growing concerns about Manny's physical readiness. They pointed to his last fight, which lacked the footwork and explosiveness he was once known for. Their take: if Manny can't keep pace with Barrios or with his power, a knockout is likely. They admire his bravery, but agree this fight is a massive gamble.
So Manny Pacquiao is going to get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is, like, far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year, and he arguably lost to, like, a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time. No questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Respected coach Joel Diaz offered a balanced perspective. He praised Manny's past greatness, but stressed that age and inactivity are real hurdles. According to Diaz, Barrios has the natural advantages of youth, recovery, energy, and sharpness. Even if Manny's timing and angles return in flashes, it might not be enough.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger. He's big. He's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
One major issue is Pacquiao's long absence from elite competition. After years out of the ring, the mental and physical adjustment is brutal. Muscle memory fades. Timing suffers. And in boxing, even a half-second delay can change everything. Critics argue that even with all his experience, Pacquiao can't turn back the clock.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So, I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See, status inactive. And, I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios and talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. And we'll just go up. And look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight, or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight against a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Boxing analyst Sean Zeidel believes this fight will mark the end of Pacquiao's era. He predicts a decisive Barrios win and expects Manny to officially retire afterward. Zeidel says the hunger and youth of Barrios are too much, even for a legend. In his view, this fight is less about rankings and more about legacy.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you got to lose to a Joe Smith. You got to lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
Former Pacquiao opponent Chris Algieri offered a sobering outlook. He said if Manny struggles early, fails to find rhythm, or establish control, the fight could quickly spiral into disaster. Early momentum is critical, especially for an aging fighter. Algieri fears that if Manny starts slow, Barrios will take over and punish him.
This is going to be a bad night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. It was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios, bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for Manny.
Not everyone has given up hope. Some analysts argue that Manny's experience, fight IQ, and adaptability are unmatched. They believe that while Barrios may be younger, he lacks the seasoning that Pacquiao brings to the table. For them, this could be another chapter in Manny's story of beating the odds.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is a champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
There are still believers in the Pacquiao magic. They point out that his entire career has been defined by doing the impossible. At 46, he may not be the fastest or strongest, but his discipline, drive, and inner fire remain. For these loyal fans, this is another moment where Manny just might shock the world.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything to, I mean, Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age. I mean, he's already won, so it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back at the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you. You probably have a great future ahead of you after this fight. but I'm predicting like maybe like a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it, so we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock the world. I believe that.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, you know, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, you know, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport. Right? That's
You nearly hit me.
Nearly. That's why I said nearly.
So you still good.
Love you.
Boxing veteran Shane Mosley gave a more optimistic review. After observing Pacquiao's training camp, he said Manny looks sharp, focused, and physically ready. Mosley believes that if Pacquiao brings that same energy into the ring, he could outperform expectations.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
So the way I feel right now, I think that he's going to do really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. I mean, he gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing and his mentality. Oh, I talked to him the other day. I was like, ooh, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny, man, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
On the flip side, former conditioning coach Alex Ariza expressed concern. He noted that Pacquiao hasn't significantly updated his training methods, relying on routines that worked in his 20s and 30s. Ariza warned that the body changes, and without adapting to that reality, Manny may be caught off guard by the pace of today's competition.
Okay, so a few more days, the Pacquiao, Barrios, and of course I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, a lot of, because of course I've watched a lot of analysts, experts, they're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I would say, I'd be able to say yes or no, but I'm not. Like, again, like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21, Manny's 46. So they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, you know, what they have to up. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training, on videos, if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition?
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.